your forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
It's been the site of several crimes in the past few months alone, why part of a housing complex came down today. And one city's racking up an overtime tab after a lot of storm cleanup. We'll tell you who's paying for it.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 5.
A cross-county chase ended with the arrest of a man wanted for murder. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. The chase started in Effingham near I-57 and South Rainy Streets and ended in Christian County. Police have identified the suspect as 24-year-old Devin Barger. Now, we're going to show you a mugshot. This is him. Now, this is from the Department of Corrections back in 2017 when he was convicted of several crimes, including running from police. WCIA 3's Jamie Mays live in Shelbyville. Jamie, you've been out there for several hours now. What have you seen?
Right, that's right, Jennifer. Just earlier today, there were several police standing outside this home where a murder did happen. And police and investigators are trying to figure out and investigate what may have led to this. Just earlier, the Effingham police chief told me that they were here this morning and there was the Effingham police chief tells me that they were told this morning that a person of interest in a murder investigation might be in the area. Around 8 a.m., officers pulled over a description of the car while doing a traffic stop. The suspect fled the scene. He then went to Shelbyville and was later arrested in Taylorville. There was a child in the car during this pursuit. I talked to neighbors who say they had talked to the family.
I have 3 grandchildren, and they're over here sometimes and playing, and she has come out in the yard a couple of times and interacted with my grandchildren and played with them and seemed to be a real sweet little girl.
Illinois State Police are helping in this investigation. Police say the child and the suspect were not hurt during the chase, and the police chief in Effingham tells me that the child was likely taken into protective custody. Live in Shelbyville, Jamie Mays, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Jamie, what can you tell us about that murder?
Right. The police chief here in Shelbyville wouldn't say much. He would only tell me what was on the press release, but we do know that, once again, there were 2 people, a 24-year-old and a 22-year-old who were involved in this murder. We're still not sure yet how they're related, and so we're going to look more into that later on.
Okay, Jamie, thank you so much.
We have an update in the trial of Brent Christensen. The sentencing phase started today for the man who kidnapped and killed U of I scholar Ying Zhang. Prosecutors are arguing for the death penalty. In opening statements, they talked about Zhang's accomplishments and the impact her death has had on her family. They say new evidence will show Christensen is still a risk to others and lacks remorse. Defense lawyers want jurors to sentence Christensen to life in prison. They zeroed in on his struggles with mental health and his attempts to get help from counselors 2 months before Zhang's murder. Tonight at 6, we'll tell you who was called to the stand today and what lawyers read from Zhang's journal.
New tonight at 5, police in Paris arrested a woman. They say she was having an inappropriate relationship with a minor. 21-year-old Ashley Brown was arrested. She faces charges of aggravated sex abuse and solicitation to meet a child. Champaign County Crime Stoppers needs help finding a person of interest in a series of car burglaries. Happened in the Ashland Park subdivision in Champaign at the end of June. Police say electronics and money were stolen. Now, this person was caught on camera checking for unlocked car doors. If you have any information, contact Crime Stoppers.
Police and emergency responders will be at Eastern Illinois University tomorrow morning, but there's no reason to worry. EIU and Charleston Police, along with Charleston Fire and Rescue, will hold an emergency response drill. It's to evaluate the university's reaction to an emergency. It'll be held in the area of Carmen Hall. The Coles Moultrie 911 system will provide communications during the exercise. Demolition started today on part of the Fair Oaks housing complex in Danville. 6 buildings have been picked to come down. Almost 60 families had to be relocated. Fair Oaks has been the location of crime in the past, including a deadly shooting earlier this year. A few fights have been captured on video and shared on social media.
When everything gets done, hopefully it do eliminate some of the crimes. But like I said, I'm not for seeing my brothers being locked up, you know. So if we could do something more positive to help them stay out here from doing other stuff, I'm all for it.
The demolition on each building is expected to take about a week. They hope to be done in 6 weeks. Back in June, the Housing Authority applied for an emergency safety and security grant. Hasn't heard anything yet, but should hear back by the fall. Some of the money will be used to build a fence around that complex. A new report is showing just how big an impact manufacturing has on the state's economy.
It found it's Illinois' largest industry. WCIA 3's Cole Henke has more.
Economic analysis report found that manufacturers generate over $300 billion every year in Illinois. Illinois Manufacturing Society CEO Mark Denzler believes that drawing attention to how much goes into manufacturing products will draw more people to the industry.
Well, it's certainly a challenge to find skilled workers, and as Illinois' population declines, you know, it's again harder to find people to take some of these manufacturing jobs. That's why we have to show the importance of manufacturing, the fact that it can provide a great job.
Food production is the state's largest form of manufacturing, but companies like Mellow Cream Donuts in Springfield, who distribute products across the country, aren't always recognized. The report's findings, though, might change that.
So when people know that we have manufacturing here, that can bring engineers, that can bring a lot of safety people, that can bring people who are skilled labor.
There are almost 600,000 manufacturing jobs in Illinois, but Denzler and the IMA want more. And after this last legislative session, they feel like manufacturing in the state is on the right track.
We were able to attain a new 5-year extension of the Research and Development Tax Credit. R&D is a lifeblood of a manufacturer that's constantly building new products and improving upon products. And we're able to stop some bad legislation, including a forced unionization bill.
In Springfield, Cole Henke, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
The stop at Mellow Cream Donuts factory was part of the IMA's Manufacturing Matters Tour.
An entire village was without water, and it's now under a boil order. I'll tell you what happened in Argenta.
Plus, storm damage cleanup has some cities working overtime. We'll tell you where the money to pay for it is coming from.